Hey, what's good? It's Roknin, and I am finally going to get around to Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate Let's Play. That's what I've been trying to do for the longest time. I've actually gone through like 3 or 4 tastes of this. so, uh, yeah. I've had various issues trying to get it done, trying to figure out how I want to do it and all that good stuff. But I think right now I know how I want to go about it. I'm going to go ahead and play through a solo. I don't want to play the demo. I don't want to do that. Let's go back. Pressing A right here. There we go. Let's make sure our game options are set up because why not game type 1? Yeah. So I can leave it on that. Okay, cool. Uh, Sound effects. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. That should be good, yeah. I'm actually going to try and keep the music low. Normal, yeah, we're going to have the blood. You can actually choose to cut the blood off. Well, blood, mild. We're going to have blood on. I'm not usually that person, but I think it kind of deserves to be on. Brightness is cool where it's at. Alright. So, what we're gonna do, as you see, I've got multiple characters I started, just trying to figure out how I want to go about it. I actually recorded this like 4 times already. I've deleted each recording because I just was not liking the way it was going, so I'm gonna do that one more time, because I'm who I am. So, we're gonna go ahead and make another character. So yeah, the character creation, it's not super insanely, oh my god, detailed or anything, but it's pretty cool. It gives you a decent number of options. Models are pretty basic, but you know, for my purposes, and really you won't see much of them anyway because they'll be covered in armor, and that's where really your customization comes from, your looks anyway. So, what am I going to do about a name? Can I use that? Will that be a problem? Wow, I've never run into that. I've actually named that before, had that name before in a previous file on a try, but apparently that's not going to work here. So we're going to go with the bug because I use one of my characters, and I tend to have a lot of female characters, so we're going to roll with that. You got a problem with it? Too bad. Well, actually, whatever. Moving on. You get 4 types of clothing design. This is you really see this at some points. They have what they call naked missions or whatever. We have to go like without any armor. So that's about the only time you really see this come up. And in Monster Hunter Try, you actually start off with this, but in this game, well, you'll see when I actually get to that point. I won't spoil it. I won't spoil the surprise. Let's go with purple. Is that purple? No, that's black. Okay, let's go with purple. Let's go with a little bit of purple. Make it a little bit darker, a little more. That's a little more blue. That's actually closer. Okay, that's what we'll go with. Alright, then we'll go with face. Let's zoom in on the face. Oh gosh. That is one thing if they, once they make another one for consoles, I hope they really kind of beef up a little bit is the faces. You can tell it's like a laid on texture. But other than that, it is what it is. It's basic. It serves its purpose, basically. That actually, I think, will work pretty well. But I'm going to look at the other faces just because they're there. They got some sinister looking faces. That one looks like, just look pretty rough. There's one, that's the one. It's like she's like just, I don't know, very upset about something, but we're gonna go with that. That looks pretty standard. Why did I do that? I could do this. I don't want to do eyeshadow. So you have actually like the choice of like adding color to the lips or adding eyeshadow of some sort. Which, you know what? I've not done that, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that just because I've never done that before. Wait, where's the hairstyle? So you get what, 14 styles? They added what, 3 more, 2 more, something like that. These two, which weren't in try. Pretty sure it was that one. Did they add 12 and 11 too? I can't remember. They might have added these two. And I think this one for sure wasn't in try though. I remember that. All right. Anyway, we're gonna roll with that. I'm not gonna zoom this out now. Hair color. That's right. So I'm gonna go. Wait, I'm not even changing anything. The hair color is pink. It's hot pink, in fact. The voice. Nice variety of voices. They're very Japanese, though. You can tell. There you go. And then the skin tone darkens. Ah. I think we're good. I'm actually glad I did that. Anybody that's seen my work knows what this character is. So, if not, then I'll probably put up a link to a picture so you can kind of see the comparison. It doesn't look too bad. So we can go with either standard or dynamic, so you can actually have all the information on the screen displayed as normal, or you can set it so that everything is displayed on the gamepad rather than on the screen, the main screen. I play on standard even though I love the gamepad, mainly because for this game, I'm just used to looking at the screen and seeing all my information there right away for me rather than having to go and be like, oh, I gotta look at the pad now, oh, I gotta look at the screen. I use the gamepad though for like specifically like touch functions and whatnot, which is pretty cool. I haven't played the gamepad in a little while now. I've actually been playing the classic controller most days recently, but right now the battery's charging, so I'm back to the gamepad for the meantime. Let's see if I can get back used to it without really messing up anything. I'll probably look really sloppy, which means I won't look any different than normal, so that should be pretty good. I'm gonna put it over this one. Hashtag play Nina. If you play Street Fighter Cross Tekken, why aren't you playing Nina? Hell, if you are playing any Tekken-based game, why are you not playing Nina? Alright, so we're gonna erase this one. Continuing the game now will cause your original save data to be overwritten when saving extended data. Proceed. As long as it's not selecting Ruby, yes. The Ruby file is my main file. If I do any online quests off on the side, or if I eventually get around to being able to stream, I'll use that file. But I kind of wish I could skip this cutscene. I've seen it a million times, but wait a minute, you haven't, so that's not fair. I'll be quiet and let it play. No, I won't. Because what fun is that? We get to see the peaceful village. Okay, good, he can swim, because that was kind of messed up. The old man just laughing at him. What we're seeing right now is Moga Village. It's has a very nice style to it. And I've not gotten too familiar with other games in the series, so I'm not sure if they all carry that kind of aesthetic to it. What am I trying to describe, really? I know from a little bit I played Frontier, not Frontier, what was it? Maybe it was Frontier. It was one of the PSP games. I forget what it was. I only had it for a short time, but I played one of them. And I can kind of see like each game has its own unified kind of style to it, rather than like an overall style the series always keeps for like each region, basically. And I tend to like that. You can kind of see that coming through here. As it's pretty much kind of giving us a little introduction to every character we're going to interact with immensely in this game. Oh, things is getting shook up. Everybody's making way for our hunter. I did not realize his eye is missing. I never realized that. Really? I literally never realized that. So yeah, I actually was watching another Let's Play that was done by I'm gonna say his name is Dashman. I hope I didn't get it wrong. If I did, I'm so sorry. But I was watching this Let's Play, and I think he mentioned it, and I was like, what? And now I had to look at this. I'm like, it really is scarred. Anyway, yeah, his eye is missing. I never knew that all the time I've been playing this game. So this is the village chief. I will try not to read everything. I will just highlight what he's saying. Morning hunter, you sleep well. For any comfort, Moga Village hasn't seen two quakes in the same day yet. Knock on wood. There's a lot of wood around, so we can all knock on wood. We'll probably be safe. That's my guess. Let's back up. Welcome, welcome. And he is the chief, as his name indicates, village chief, because that's his name. So the only thing that's kind of weird is that kids don't actually have names. They're just called by their rank or their title or whatever. So he's not like Johnny or something. He's village chief. That's all you know him as. It's pretty cool. Living here long enough bring or build sinew and character. But it's not all rainbows and sunshine. No, we've got our fair share of turbulence, and you can take that literally. Yeah, considering you have an earthquake. Oh, I see what you did there. You ever heard of Lagiacrus? It's a foul, pernicious sea monster that just decided to move into the neighborhood. Oh boy, that crazy Lagiacrus. Of course, we're gonna have to deal with that eventually. Tyrant like that thrashing about. Lucky to escape alive, let alone bring back a good haul. Of course. At least we won't starve to death. All these blasted earthquakes will sink us first. That's the other problem. Well, that's very pessimistic of you. You felt those tremors. Who knows what's causing them? Why they started? But the sea is riled up. That I guarantee. Anyway, we're in over our heads. That's where you come in, kid. The way I see it, Moga Village needs a hunter. Yes, the Lagaya cruise is mighty. Too powerful for any human to tangle with the way the villagers talk. Bah! Bah! Strong is one thing, but invincible is something else. The Lagiacrus may be big, but it still has to eat and rest. Yes, it does, and when it rests, I will find it, and I will kill it. And one day, just like the rest of us, it has to die. If I was 30 years younger, I'd go clean its clock myself. But you're not, and I am, so I will. Oh, wait, he says that, but I'm the only mortal too, so I'll leave the joy of taming the sea's deadliest foe to the younger generation. You! Me? Her. Speaking of youngest, did you and my son get to talk? Suppose not. The quake yesterday hit before you had the chance. I don't see Junior around. Well, he couldn't have gotten far. Take a hike around the village, you'll find him. Almost forgot. Oh boy, payment. It's not much, enough to get. Hey, you know what? Money is money, my friend. I'm not worried about it. You give me what you can. You look like you guys are on hard times. You had an earthquake. I'm not gonna bug you. Now, once I take care of that earthquake, I'm gonna want some nice compensation. I'm gonna want some of the. Okay. Our village does a brisk trade-off with the far-off Port Tanzia. Port Tanzia, which I will also visit once I'm done with Once I've done certain missions. I think I will go visit the port, and I will do some of those missions there as well. Want to pay a visit to the port? Just hop aboard the ferry docked at the pier. Tanzia's quest really tests your mettle, but trust me, the rewards are worth it. Ask the feline there for permission to come aboard. He's a capable little fella, so let him handle the nautical particulars. You and these big words are killing me, sir. I'm sure the folks at the port will be happy to see a fresh face, too. Swing on by whenever you get some time to kill. Sure. Oh, she's not in my range. I can't select her. Lame. You sure dress funny for a hunter. Let's see what he's gonna say. I probably won't go through everybody's dialogue word for word. Resources. So we can. He's saying we can go to the Moga Woods to find resources. We're gonna go there very shortly. All right, let's turn around and boom. Let's see. Welcome to Moga Village. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. It must be new and everybody's yakking about. Yanking. I don't know how I got that. Nice to meet you. I'm your liaison to the Hunters Guild. I'd shake your hand, but you probably crushed it, you brute. That's kind of messed up to say to a fellow female. That's messed up. That's okay. She'll let that ride. Just kidding. Oh, you were joking. Yeah. The guild sweetheart sense of humor is pretty. I like this character. She's pretty funny for the most part. Basically the guild puts food on your plate. So she's pretty much telling us what quests do and why we need to talk to her. He's a guild liaison like yours truly, and in no time flat, work will pour in from all across the land. In theory. I heard you were coming and told them to have quests ready for you. And what do they send? Nothing! Zip! Nada! You lose! Oh, as you might have noticed on the trip over, Moga Village is pretty far from what you call civilization. Maybe the guild forgot about us. Maybe they fired me. Maybe I need to stop talking. If only. Anyway, the quest counter is closed, so say hello to the village chief and his son for now. Get settled in. Okay. Oh, my buddy. This is one of my favorite characters. The only reason being because I'm going to see him a lot. The Wyverian Artisan. Ah, so you're the hunter I've been hearing about, eh? Got the look of one, you do. At me? I'm the greatest blacksmith alive. I hammer out all the equipment round these parts. Okay, I'm going to stop. Swords that'll slice you in half with the touch. Oh, I can't stop. Swords that'll slice you in half with a touch. Bow guns you can hit a grain of rice with. Armor to repel giant wyverns. I'll make anything, provided you bring me the materials. Gotta be equipped proper before you go venturing into the woods. I don't know what the voice I was going for is. I kind of mixed those two up. Whatever. Anyway, I started with Bane and I went to something else. Don't you look all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed? Oh, this is her, isn't she? I never thanked you for helping me pick up after the quake. I was too shook up to shake your hand. Get it? She does this throughout the entire game whenever you talk to her. She's very much all about puns. Period. Some tidy up to do, but it could be worse. Oh, by the way, you see that house over there? That's your new pad. So that's our house over there, she's telling us. All types of weapons and armor can be found in there. Oh boy. Use the item box whenever you want to change your equipment. Sweet. A feline is on hand to help get you situated. Make sure you pause to say hello. I hate you. Okay, let's go talk to the fishmongers. I know you're the hunter folks going on about. I run a fishery here, and you forget it. Okay. Lucky we didn't meet before. No, you're lucky we didn't meet before. That last crate put me in a foul mood. I was up half a night cleaning up this mess. Not only that, but my boys in the hunting fleet were due home ages ago. They never take this long fishing. Never. I'm sick with worry. If I didn't know they were made of steel and fire, I'd pal out to see myself and rescue him. She's a tough one. She didn't play around. You come back later, hun. Once the fishery's back in business, alright? Okay. Will do, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We will be back. Let me go talk to shopkeeper with a gal with the goods. A customer? Really? Oh, you must be the hunter that just come to the village. Okay, I hope this doesn't sound weird, but I love hunters. Yeah, she's a weird one. I'm kind of a hunter groupie. That's why I run the market, to meet hunters. I don't sell weapons or armor, but I do offer lots of tools that hunters can't live without. I got item gathering essentials like pickaxes and bug nets, fish bait, plants, combining all the staples. You will need to be stocked and loaded. If you want to last long in the Moga woods. They're crawling with monsters. The earthquakes have put a real damper on trade, but I'm making new contacts and hoping to get in a wider inventory. You simply must visit every day to check my stock. Don't make me hunt you down. I'm kidding. Yeah, just kidding. Starting over. How might I help you? Yeah, so that conversation wasn't too bad. She gets, to me, in my opinion, she gets downright creepy later on. I'm gonna buy some whetstone just because I can. I'm not gonna go crazy because we can find this stuff too. She's always got something for us. Isn't that nice? I'm gonna talk to this other shopkeeper over here. The outfitter. Rawr, rawr, it's a giant wyvern. Save us, outfitter. Whoosh! My greatsword's charge slices through its scales. The wyvern stumbles. The villagers go wild. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. With a bowgun full of Pierce S. And then I make crazy fierce land charges. Wow, what is that? Snicked? That's quite a sound effect. Wyvern's had it. It boasted the crowd hoist me over the show. Oh. Been there long, huh? It caught me dreaming up some virtual combat scenarios to determine the best weapons. Some of these people are just crazy in this village, I'm telling you. I mean, look. I work at a weapon shop. How am I supposed to help hunters if I don't even know what the best weapon is? Virtual testing is seriously serious business. Seriously, virtual testing, it seemed like you were just imagining things to me, but okay, I'll take your word. Whether I stick with the usual pitch, no weapon is perfect. Each has its strengths and weaknesses. That's my Pap's way of pushing product, but this ain't your grandpa's weapon shop. Okay, I just know there's a weapon that's a cut above the rest, and I'm gonna figure out what it is. If you would kindly scram so I can get back to my virtual combat scenarios. Where was I? Ah, the shoulder thing. You're a customer. Wow. Wait, see, I'll buy something first. Oh, you're adorable. I don't think I have any money for anything here. I'm going to come back and likely buy the bone lance because I want to go down it. So actually, good time to talk about that. I haven't mentioned anything. These are all the weapon types in the game you can use. You can actually come here and you will have these in your house as you will see in a moment. But you can also buy them from her. I believe all the ones that are in your house are the iron variety, and the other side is the bone variety for most weapons. If not all, I'm pretty sure it's how it starts off. I didn't buy anything, did I? Oh, I thought I messed up. I can't buy anything. Also, it's out of my range. Yes. Okay. And whereas in Monster Hunter Try you had to unlock certain weapons, in this one you don't. Like the longsword was you had to unlock and try. In this one you get the longsword from the start. You can actually start going from the beginning. So you have more weapons per line. And what will happen is as we go on the way, we'll get better weapons in each line. We have to like kind of level them up basically by applying materials to them and get them to the variant artisan, and he'll bulk them up and they'll get better and stronger. Yada yada yada. But each weapon has a branch basically. And so, starting off, we got two branches we can choose from, which is the iron branch and the bone branch. I'm calling it branch. I'm not sure. I can't remember what the official name is, but it's kind of how it works. And like you can actually expand those branches one way or the other. Oh, hey, you, Chamberlain, like feline Chamberlain. Welcome back, boss. He's the steward, so he's pretty much going to be taking care of the things in this room for us. I'm going to stop reading everything. I just want to read the first part while we're in the village there. I'll read certain things, but I'm gonna try and hold back on it. Hopefully, the text will be easy to see, so it won't be like I have to read everything they say, because that can get really irritating. I know. So, my apologies for doing that from the start, but yeah. Rest in bed and save. Yep, that's gonna be really important to rest in the bed. Even though you can save when you quit the game, it'll ask you if you want to save right then and there. If you forget there, then you're screwed. But yeah, it's best to come back in here and hit the bed. Another thing they actually changed too from Try is that whenever you come back from outside the village or out when you're done with the quest, it asks you if you want to save. I think it may even save automatically. I might be wrong. I've been wrong before. And we get a free furnishing to start off with. Normally, I take this prism shroom lamp and put it here, like right over here. But this time, I'm gonna go ahead and put it over here because I want to be different. We're doing different things now. Leave you to prowl. Alright, well thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and save. So, now that we've done that little deed for the day, we can go over here and see our hunter in all her glory. Her purple hair is like really sticking out actually. It's kind of funny. I didn't really think it would like be that bright, but it is. And that's kind of cool. I like that. Alright, so yeah. See, we go in here now. You can see this is what we actually have on. Leather pants, belt, gloves, vest, headgear. So the leather outfit gives us gathering bonuses and things like that that are very helpful for the beginning. It's actually kind of nice that they give you this in the beginning. In Try, they didn't give you anything. You came in here with your clothes and that was it. You had no armor. So it's kind of nice that they gave you this to start off with. It kind of gives you an easier way into the game. Because it helps you get like more gathering stuff from materials and things like that that you will definitely need later. But as you can see, they give us one of every weapon to choose from. And it's all, well, actually not all. I was right, they're not all iron. Some are bone. Some are definitely bone. Well, one is bone. I'm wrong. Two. Bone blaster. That is a bow gun. That is a bow. Man, I could try the bow out for once, but I'm not going to. Not right now. Maybe later on I'll come back and try the bow out. I'm very, 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 very bad with the bow. Normally I roll with the hammer. And considering I'm playing Pilar basically right now, I could roll with the hammer and that would be very canon to her character. But I'm not worried about that. And I've like made my decision that I'm going to roll, because everybody that's seen me play before is like, oh, you use a hammer all the time. And that's very true. So I want to try something different. I'm gonna try gun lance. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to gun lance. I've actually been playing with the gun lance quite a bit lately. Well, not lately, but the last time I played, and I've come to love the gun lance. It has become one of my favorites. I kind of figured I would. But yeah, so now we've done that, we can go ahead and I think we talked to everybody in the village except for the farmer. Let me go talk to him. I'm trying to get the first round of talking out of the way, because it starts slow. It has you talking to everybody and gathering stuff. It gets pretty slow in the beginning, but after that, we'll be out there hunting stuff down in no time. Well, well, well. If it isn't the hunter everyone's tussling over, well, whoop-dee-doo. You see this here farm hunter? It feeds all of Moga village. Let me see. Notice anything missing? That's right, farmhands. This place is normally crawling with farming felines and all meow meow this and meow meow that. Interesting that they put both the Japanese and English onomatopoeia for cats meow in there. That earthquake spooked them so bad they hightailed it out of here lickety split. Fraidy cats let me high and dry. This little old man's kind of spunky. I like it. That's why the fields look like a pigsty. No offense, sort of a lot. I'm stuck working all by my lonesome. Well, we gotta change that. It's what's left. See this blue sheen? Means only one heck. This is one heck of a healthy mushroom. Okay. You can't eat it on its own. My advice would be to combine it with something. Go on, take it and make something good. Alright. I'll take your word for it. And that is our pet pig. I'm not gonna mess with it right now, but we can do many things with him now. Pretty cool. So you can also go to Moga Woods from here. I'll do that later on. I won't do it right now because I gotta go back out to the and talk to somebody, one more person that is on our way out. And then we're gonna go find Junior. Thankfully, once this part gets done, this should go a lot faster. Like I said, it just starts off extremely. It tries off extremely slow. You can get back the same way, so try not to forget where the entrance is. We're supposed to ask permission before we go into the woods. Oh, but I'm not telling you what to do. This kid is just kid. I'm not gonna hurt you. There's an armory right here if you need equipment. I don't think you should go out dressed like me. Pick some stones. Oh, I picked this stone when I heard a hunter was coming. You want it here. Use these sharpened blades. You're not licensed. I thought my big brother said you snapped me like a twig, but you're all right. Can't listen to your brother, man. Got the weather today, the chief's son. Oh, he just went past here a little while ago. I bet you went to check on the base camp. There's an armory right there if you need equipment. You can't run around the woods and the buff. The chief gets mad. Hang in there, hunter. So the dialogue from the previous game is still there because he's talking about running around the buff. Speaking of what I said earlier, but obviously I'm not the buff. I have on armor. Hey there, kid, can you hear me? You know, you really ought to meet my son, Junior. He should be at the camp. My ancestors said, have a saying, whenever you go there, or wherever you go, there you are. You see his map on the screen there? The red triangle shows where you are. The white icon shows that looks like a little hut. That's the, okay, I'm gonna stop. That's the base camp. Use the map to find your way to the base camp. And that is the last of these I'm gonna read of him. From now on, I'm gonna give you just a synopsis of what he's saying because he's gonna be very worried. And it looks quite nice. The geometry is low, but they did a good job of working with that and making the art direction really stand out. So I have to admire that. It's pretty awesome. See, like I said, interrupting all the time. Something I'll tell you about dashing. Your little bar top screen, that's our stamina gauge. Pretty much what he's saying is when we run, it's gonna drain. And he's also telling us how to look around the camera. You can look around the camera, you can spin it around 360 degrees. Whichever way you're facing is where you're going to attack. So I have my weapon out, which I'm going to put out now. I'm going to reload it. That's by using a trigger and A, bam, it's reloaded. So whatever way I'm facing, the screen is facing, I should say, that's the way that my hunter's going to face when I hold forward. Yeah. You can also lock on to large monsters as well with the L button when they're around, but when they're not, this just kind of snaps to like a certain view. I'm not sure what it snaps to really, except for like maybe the cardinal directions. It must snap to the cardinal directions. That's what I'm saying, is like it snaps to the closest direction. Maybe where the character's facing? Yeah, it is. Okay. Alright, so yeah, so that's that. But yeah, the stamina meter. If I run around like a chicken with his head cut off, it'll drain it. You can see it up there, it's draining pretty slow. Once it hits the red, I'll start like pretty much not running anymore. And once it empties, you stop moving. Period. And you have to like wait for it to recharge fully. So you want to balance out how much of your stamina you run out. But you can't extend that bar. It's short right now because I haven't eaten anything. But that will come in play later, and I don't want to get ahead of myself. Right now, we're just gathering at this gathering spot, get some herbs, some herbs and spices. Oh, let's run over here. See what we have. Oh, teach you how to hunt with the Wii U gamepad. I'm not gonna read any of this because pretty much it's just telling us how to use the gamepad to set up different touch panels, which is completely and utterly breaking the fourth wall. So he can break it all he wants to. I'm not gonna help him. Okay, this is actually kind of important to say. The monster you're looking at right now is the Aptonoth, a kind of herbivore. You know, a plant muncher. I bet Junior would appreciate some raw meat. Why not take some from the Aptonoth, if you can? Go on, face the Aptonoth and attack before it skedaddles. That leaf eater can't hurt you much. Which reminds me, the green bar at the top of the screen is your health gauge. Oh yeah, health. If it reaches 0, we faint and we have to go back to the base camp. Or in this case, we'll probably go back to the village since the base camp's not up yet. Alright, so, here we go. Time to fight. I'm gonna draw my lance. Not half bad, kid. You remind me of myself when I was your age. Of course, my stamina gauge was much longer. Of course it was, dude. Of course it was. Use your carving skill to carve monsters. Pretty much what he's saying is once you knock a monster down, you can get over it and carve his body, and that's why you get materials. You can carve more items from some monsters than from others. My ancestors used every part of the monster. I'm sure they did. You should be able to carve raw meat from the Aptonoth, among other items. Once you've gotten some raw meat, take it to that son of mine. Junior loves some fresh Aptonoth steaks. Good for Junior. Not getting any of my steak. No, you're not getting away. Come back here. Come, forget it. You can get away. The only reason I let that one get away is because most monsters, especially ones like the herbivores, will actually they will just vanish after some amount of time. So you want to get your cards off them as quickly as possible. This goes for large monsters as well, but they take way longer to disappear. So you just have to keep in mind that when you knock a monster down, you do want to carve it as soon as possible. Otherwise, it will be gone and you will be pissed. Well, I'll be pissed because I hate missing carves. It's just not a fun deal. Alright, and pretty much they don't let us really do anything in here anyway right now. Aside from gather a few things we want to. So, I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I'm not going to go on a huge gathering, like, quest yet. Because there's going to be a couple more quests down the line that are going to have us gathering anyway. So, I may as well go get these early ones out of the way as quickly as possible. So you're not just watching me explain stuff all day. So yeah, the game, like I said, it starts slow, but it's because it's trying to teach you everything that, like, at least the basics of what Monster Hunter is. Because it's kind of a harder series to approach. It really is. I mean, it was hard for me to approach when I first got into it. Nice work. Seems you reached the camp in one piece. It's just a shadow of his former self because of all the earthquake damage. Well, well, if it ain't my son right in front of you, don't be shy. Go to Junior and say hi. Sure. I'll get to my thought in a moment. Hey, old hunter, glad you dropped by. The old man sends you for a tour of the Moga woods. Sorry we couldn't talk more yesterday. Not that natural disasters make for chit-chat. Anyway, you probably know who's who by now, but the chief's son. You're Junior. I'm gonna call you Junior because it's easier to say than chief's son, so you might as well get used to it. What am I doing here, standing alone in rubble? Good question. Well, see, this is your base camp. Is. Okay, I'm still figuring that part out. I was on patrol, so I came by for a look-see. Gonna need a hunting base, and this is where we left the tent and botch this at? I'm not sure. So, but the quake really did this place in. We need to fix it up before you can hunt from here. I'll head back to the village and get the ball rolling. But first, you got anything I can munch on? So hungry I can eat an Aptonoth. Got any raw meat? Because I can BBQ like a champ. B plus BBQ equals BFF. Wow. I wonder if that was in the original translation. I don't think it was. You have meat? Raw meat? He smelled the raw meat. That's hunger right there. There's a hunger inside you. Can I have it? Please, thank you. It's gonna take the meat from me to bite into slab of disease. I'm not quite hungry enough to bite into a slab of disease, so I ought to cook this. You go on and return to the village. We'll talk more about the base camp back at the village after I'm done BBQing. He's not about to bite into a slab of disease. I like that. I don't think I ever read that line. Alright, so we got that done. Hey there, kid. Looks like you managed to deliver that meat to Junior. Good to see you can handle school task. I think it's time you head back to the village. Look at Area 1 on the map. Pretty much he's saying go back to Area 1 and then we go back in the door that we came out. Yeah. Oh, wait, it's not here. It's here. Okay. So cool. We got the meat that we needed and everything. We talked to Junior. Now we're going back to the village. See, I started getting tired there. It's because I ran my stamina out. Okay, press A button. Yep. Cool. A button pressed. And yeah. There we have it for the very first mission. I believe Junior's standing here, so let's just talk to him real quick. Hi, Junior. No, not Chief's son. Junior. Junior. Thanks for the meat. I get woozy if I don't eat every couple of hours. You and me are gonna get along. He just finished figuring out all the materials they need to fix up the base camp. Dig new latrines, yada yada yada. They need resources. You know what those are? You can get resources by hunting monsters in the Moga Woods or finding the right items. Exactly. So resources are what you get when you go into the Moga Woods. You can't get it from any other place. You have to go to the woods around this area, around the woods slash deserted island. Same difference. You have to go around this area to get any resources. Those resources will come from killing monsters and reporting those kills back to him. Resources will build up for things you can do in the village, like making food for yourself, or rebuilding the farm, or expanding your farm, amongst other things. But it's mainly for the farm. We villagers can't, well, that and like certain items for certain characters. But yeah, can't go very far into the woods. The monsters out here tend to love us for dinner. I'm like, you can go anywhere in the woods. Dang on Skippy. You're damn right. You goddamn right. Don't worry, we fixed the roads that got messed up by the quake. Go gather some resources in the woods, will ya? Sure. You can't see, can't hurt you in those woods. Best stick to daytime hunting for now. He's gonna give me the BBQ spit. Oh boy, we get to cook. So see, yeah. So let me just before I even do that. So what will happen is once you take care of things in the forest, you come here to the hunt report, and it will show everything that you killed. So it'll say like 3 Aptonoth, 10 Jaggy, 12 Great Jag, whatever. It'll have all that stuff listed. You accept for all kills resources, of course. And any items it would have given you will be in those boxes there that you can put back in your send item box or take with you. I'm surprised that Aptonoth didn't give us anything, but okay. Whatever, they're just being meanie. Alright, so we gotta get 30 resources for that. Should be fun times. But for now, I'm going to rest. Yes. Because she's gonna need her beauty. She gonna need her beauty sleep for what's to come ahead. She gonna need all kinds of sleep. I do swear. And yeah, so there we go. We have saved. And I'm gonna go ahead and give her the casual walk here. Yeah, work that lance. Anyway, that is that. Thank you for dropping through. And next time we'll go ahead and head back into the woods and we will start attacking some carnivores because it's time to take out some more dangerous monsters already. They're not super dangerous and threatening, but it's a good start. It's better than running around the forest killing Aptonoth. Yeah. I love this game though. So I'll see you then. Later.